people love me or people hate me. As long as they're talking about me, baby, that's all that matters.
Hello, my loves. My name's Zac, and welcome back to another episode of Pop Off, the chat show where we talk to the eliminated queens of RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 6. And joining me in the studio today,
In the studio? You think you're funny. In your bedroom.
Oh, you didn't let me finish my line, Chanel.
No, but like, you can't lie and say we're in a studio.
Hey, I had a comment that said, I love that he says studio and it's literally in his bedroom. And I was like, slay. And joining me in the studio today, she never goes out of fashion. It's Chanel O'Connor!
The studio audience applaud.
The whole studio is...
The whole studio is...
The live audience are up on their
The live audience are going wild.
Everyone has a free gift under their seat. Reach down now.
You all win a car.
Chanel O'Connor merch.
All of that.
Chanel, the goopery, the gaggery. I cannot believe that you're here. I'm actually genuinely in a bit of a state of shock right now.
Trust and believe. There's a pill for that.
And you've taken one this morning, and I'm happy to have one from you as well, if that will help.
Yeah, well, we've got halfers on the so might as well.
Yesterday was another mental episode, top tier episode, an episode that fans online are calling the best Snatch Game in Drag Race UK history, with a score of 9.3 on IMDb, which is now the highest of the season so far. Anyone watching that isn't familiar with IMDb ratings, that's one of the only or primarily sources where it's fan voted, which is why if you look at other channels, seasons like Global All Stars, the ratings aren't so good because obviously there was some controversy there. But this season, the score is at the top, and last night was the biggest so far. How do you feel after watching it back?
It's hilarious. It's so weird because it's like, it's still a bit of a fever dream, if I'm honest. You know, things take time to process, and it's a weird one. I was there. I filmed it. We did the Snatch Game. We did it all. And I knew in those moments of watching it back, I was like, I think every time I've explained what happens, I explain things a lot worse than they actually happen. And I would say for like my performance, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't great. And I also believe maybe if there was like, that Snatch Game was so strong, so strong. Everyone was amazing. Everyone was so good. It's just a shame that I was just on the end. Like, that's just how it works. So it's amazing to be a part of the season, and it's amazing to be a part of these amazing ratings. Like, it's the best season so far in like the franchise, which I've been told by a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Ratings wise, it's the best for UK, and I believe it's all down to me.
And now the ratings are going to plummet now that you're gone.
Oh, no one's going to watch. No one's going to be fast. National walkouts of coal mines. The trains will stop. Everything. It's crazy.
I mean, there is actually a train strike next week, so you're right.
Because of me. My elimination.
It's going to sound really cliche as well, but Snatch Game is that one challenge where we all know it's coming. It's the challenge where queens are essentially given the most time to prepare for, because it's in every single season, without a doubt. It's always halfway at the midpoint, sometimes a bit earlier on. What was going through your mind when you were on set in that moment with the other players surrounding you? Because, I mean, you kind of said it yourself, the caliber of talent for that Snatch Game was incredible. Kyron as Elvis was insane, the way that she was able to change her voice. Lil as Queen Elizabeth had me in stitches. Chara completely took me by surprise. Probably had me laughing the most. What was it like being in that moment?
You know, it's interesting because for me, I was kind of there in a bit of a fever dream. You know, it kind of glazes over and you go, right, whatever I say is whatever I say. And I think at the point of the competition, to let y'all know, I was pretty exhausted. I was really emotionally kind of run down. I had been at a point where I kind of lost a lot of my belief in myself. So being on the Snatch Game, I remember there was so many moments that I was like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I don't want to be here, I can't do this. I should just, yep. And I was there kind of like, nope, you just have to do it. You literally just have to like stand there, sit there. Sorry, you just have to sit there and just do it. And I did it. I tried to have fun with it, but you know, Snatch Game is one of those episodes that it kills the person. Well, it's a killer episode, you know. It really is a divisive one that shows people who really has the sticks for it. And I believe that I chose the wrong person to do. You know, I love Coco Peru dearly. There you go. There she is.
Yeah.
My icon. And I think that was my problem. I chose someone who I loved and adored. You know, you're meant to pick someone that you can make fun of. I think Kyron's choice of Elvis was genius. Yeah. You know, choosing an individual that is long gone, isn't going to be offended by what you say, and you can kind of make up and play with. I kind of wish I'd chosen someone a bit crazier. Maybe Lulu, you know? That would have been hilarious. She may not be dead, but she should be.
I mean, I was going to ask you, what were your other options? Did you have different options to go with?
Yeah, I had, the kind of other options in my brain was Arnold Schwarzenegger, who would have been gay, and I would have called him Arnie, and he would have been gay Arnie, you know, he go to club, he have good time, you know, we can do a job part, like, you know, you have a bit of fun with that. Bit fruity, and the other one was going to be Donatella Versace. But once again, with Donatella, she's been done to death. So
she's right.
But very similar to Arnie, you know, darling, it is up here, it is the thing of like you have a bee in your throat. Oh, darling, darling, the idea is to number your face entirely. I gotta believe it. You know,
I feel like you could say anything and it would be funny.
Yeah. So part of me does wish is maybe I'd kind of thrown myself that curveball and done that. But in all honesty, I was quite happy to go. Thank you, everyone. I've ran out of shampoo and conditioner from Harrods. I need to go now.
And was that, I mean, you already touched on, I guess, like, you reached a point there of almost like exhaustion where you were like emotionally at that top of the top of the hill almost. Is that what factored into then you almost being like, this is enough now?
I think so. I'd kind of reached a point where like, because like for me, I had worked myself really, really hard beforehand, you know, making like a lot of my own outfits, spending a lot of time sewing things, creating. I'd not really allowed myself time to like emotionally prepare myself for the show. So that being like spending time trying out Snatch Game options, spending time, you know, I think I spent maybe about an hour, genuinely an hour, sitting there being Coco Peru and trying out funny little quims back and forths. When in fact, it should have been so much longer preparing for that and doing other things. So when I was going back to the hotel, I was also sitting there trying to finish off outfits, trying to finish things, writing a diary, eat five fruits and veg a day. There was a lot to kind of get into. So I just remember kind of reaching a point where I just was like, if they want me to stay, I'll stay. But if I want to go, I'd happily go. I know that you know, you should have a fighting spirit and you should be there like, no, I want to stay to the end. I am a realist and I know what my body is doing, and I had run out of steam.
Yeah, I mean, good for you for even just being honest about that and just accepting it and making it what it was, because you went out in a bang. I mean, it was such a good episode from beginning to middle to end. We saw that cute moment between yourself and Kyron as well, which was super sweet. You really opened up to her and showed a vulnerable side, and Kyron was there for you. Then
I know it's such a strange feeling because she's the one being like, Chanel, no, you don't like Chanel, look at the back of her head. You.
I mean, she had a confessional literally early on in the episode where she was like about what was the runway called last week? I completely forgot.
Headpiece.
The headpiece outfit. And I was like, oh,
you know, these people, honestly.
It must be so weird even hearing from a viewer's perspective, hearing a confessional that's about you that you would not have known someone had said, Is that kind of is that a consensus with all the queens? Do all of you kind of like, hey, I don't know you said that sort of thing?
A little bit. And my vibe is it's so hard being like the icon of the season that everyone just wants to talk about. So it's not my fault that I'm such a character that everyone in their confessionals just constantly talked about me. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard because like in a lot of my confessionals, I focused on myself and not others. And I think if other people, just had a moment and went, Chanel, you deserve actually more screen time, so I'm going to keep talking about you. I just appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's the best mindset to have. I'm sorry, you're on a reality TV show. Screen time equals success. You know, if you have 10 minutes of screen time, you're not going to be picked up in jobs outside of the reality TV show. You're not going to get, endorsed or pushed by producers or anything. I think actually
It's not
having
even
that.
that. It's just Drag Race is a storybook, and we're all characters. We're all playing our parts. So if you're a character that isn't talked about a lot or isn't in the story, when you disappear, which we all eventually will do,
Yeah.
you're not missed. You're not. They're gonna miss. I think the fans will miss that individual that kind of tells it how it is, and I think the people in that workroom will miss the smell of haggis every single day.
They definitely will. And the people online have already expressed their sadness. They're acting like you've died, literally.
Oh my God.
It's
I
giving
saw on Twitter someone went R.I.P. Chanel O'Connor, and people thought I died. People thought I died. She's dead. She's dead. David's dead.
What did you think about then touching on that being given the villain edits? Do you think you were given that? Is that
Um,
something you played into? Tell me everything.
it's a peculiar one. The show is fantastic in so many ways, and they give you so much opportunity. But sometimes they just give you a kind of canvas, and that's what you have to kind of be, and you have to do. Listen, I could have been given worse parts. I could have been given first out. I could have been given like Nay Talk Nancy in the background, but I was given a responsibility. I wear this badge with honor of being the villain. And it was fantastic. And I think it's a very divisive role to be in. People love me or people hate me. And as long as they're talking about me, baby, that's all that matters.
Oh my God, no, I cannot with this level of iconicness. And also, I did see some people say online that it was almost like the British UK version of Plain Jane. Did you see that?
It's a delicate one because I felt like with Plain, some of her comments came out of nowhere and were
This
quite
is a different, this is a
sometimes
very stark difference. You're right, you're right.
that she had these comments, these moments where she was picking on people.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would say with my comments, at no point did I ever want anyone to feel like they were being picked on or being bullied.
Yeah, yeah.
My comments came from a place of true inner hatred for people.
And also, I
And
think it's very British, your approach to it. It was just the British way of speaking to one another. And it was the British version of drama, I guess.
yeah,
If it
yeah,
had been the way that Plane had done it on the US season, it would not have fit. And it probably wouldn't have been similar to Plane. It would have been completely different. So I
yeah.
do feel
Americans are very
sorry.
harsh. Americans are very harsh, and I
Yeah.
think especially listen, I have hung around with plenty of gorgeous Russians, oligarchs. My train goes all the way through the Trans-Siberian Express. I've picked up quite a few Russians, and they are hard drinking, hard talking,
Yeah.
hard people. So, but for us Scots, we are warriors. And when something is on our minds, we Scottish people are very harsh. We're very like, what are you saying? Your das tells you, Avon, your mum. We will speak to you and we will tell you how it is. So I think that's maybe something that a lot of people up north do get, that we're a bit more, nah, if I'm going to say how I'm, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas British people and English people sometimes have a bit of, oh no, we're just going to sit here, have our tea and crumpets and come down. No, 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 no. That's not Chanel O'Connor. No.
Hey, I mean, we all know Drag Race fans love a bit of drama. I've seen the RuPaul's Drag Race drama Reddit sub-thread, you sneaky little fans out there. Did you find yourself, was there ever any moments that we didn't get to see?
I'll say this. I think there was a lot of moments where I did very nice things. You know, there was once I helped an old lady cross the road. There was
Is
once
that Michelle?
yeah, it was Michelle.
Okay, yeah.
No, there's a lot of moments, especially like in the sewing challenge and in future challenges and bits behind the scenes, where I was nice to the girls. I would take time and I would help as much as I could because I do believe that like, yes, to be the villain is iconic, but to say I was the villain is a bit untrue.
Yeah.
I I would say I'm the wicked stepsister. I was gonna be I don't like that. But I'd be the first one to zip you up. I'd be the first one to fix you. I'd be the first one to give you a cuddle if you were feeling rough or you were feeling down.
Uh,
Because sisters are sisters. We can fight, we can argue, but at the end of the day, the importance of this entire competition, I don't care what happens. It's the people and the people that I care about.
I love that you said it yourself. They gave you the Wicked Stepsister edit.
Yeah.
I think that's going to go down and it's going to replace the villain edit.
There we go. And I'd be interested to see who could take that title on next. It's a very,
Oh, I don't know if
very
anyone could. You're too iconic. You're too iconic. I don't know if they could, but I'd let them try.
they can have a go.
I wanted to ask you as well. I saw Lawrence Chaney posted a story about your guys' relationship and how you've basically grown up together, which is crazy. I didn't know that, but I guess it makes sense from being where you guys are both from.
Yeah.
What is your relationship to Lawrence now?
You know, we speak now. And I think that is such a beautiful thing because there was a weird time in our lives where we took a step back from each other. And I think in all friendships, you can have that. You can take those moments where you go, okay, you know, I didn't really necessarily understand the pressures that Lawrence was under, being a winner, also being a bit of a villain, having those dramatic moments. And I think we both were in a situation where our lives just went in a different direction. And this is a moment where it can come back together. And I'm so excited. They sent me the most beautiful message. And I replied and I was like, listen, babe, when we've got time, let's have a call. Because
Oh,
I
that's so
believe
sweet.
that because at the end of the day, she is I say this and we're all sisters,
Yeah.
whether I don't like you or I do. We are all queer people are united in a front, and it doesn't matter what is going on in life. There are certain moments that you need to allow yourself to go, do you know what? I am going to come back to this and we're going to connect again. Because reality is, because now there's only been 3 queens from Scotland on Drag Race, we need to stick together. She is my senior, and I will represent that, and I will be her gorgeous little evil henchwoman. Did you say that? And then Ellie Diamond, she can serve the drinks or she can do the dance. And so that's fine.
An Ellie Diamond cocktail. It sounds delicious, actually.
Yeah. Ellie Diamond. What? What was
Chanel,
that?
you had such an iconic run on this season. I do not even begin to think about what it's going to be like watching it without you. Everything from your happy birthday talent show number in episode 1, Dracula's child, even your like moments on the Graham Norton sofa. What is the moment that you are most proud of?
Oh, God, that's a good question. Honestly, the moment I am most proud of is walking into that workroom because it is a testament to drag. It is a testament to my career. It is a testament to like how hard I've worked. I've been doing this now for 8 years, and a lot has happened in that 8 years. I've had ups and downs. I've had shows that crumble under me. I've had people leave my life. I've had relationships and all of these things and these hardships. And I went, do you know what? No, I have worked so hard to get to this point. So to even walk in is a triumph. To get to episode 6 is amazing. To get to Snatch Game is amazing. To
So,
be
so
where I am is truly phenomenal. And listen, I'd rather go out early. I'd rather go out early and they can bring me back for something.
yes.
Maybe win it. To
Babes,
maybe win.
zero doubts that you are going to be brought back eventually in some respects. I mean, I need to see you on an all-star season with Plain Jane. That would be interesting.
Imagine this. I was speaking to Ellie and I said, imagine they did something crazy like twins. They went, okay, we're gonna pair you with someone who you're very similar like, and you two have to like just be like, so there's so many iterations of the show that you could sit there and pick people and go, well, they would get along, put them together, they would get along, it would be hilarious. So maybe me and Plain might do a little thing together, you never know.
Invite me. I'm there, front row, filming, holding the mic, camera, anything, serving the drinks. I'll serve the Ellie Diamond cocktails. I can do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Before we go into our game, what is one thing then that you wish you'd done differently?
Nothing. Regret is a wasted emotion.
Yeah.
Why regret when you can look forward to the future, my dear? A train pushes on through the snow, it never backs up.
No, I don't even know if trains can back up, actually, thinking about it. I've never seen one do that.
No, I don't think that happens. No, that definitely does not happen. Trains only move forward. Just like sharks.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that's a better... Do you know, I'm a shark, and sharks always just swim forward and sleep swimming or whatever they do.
And they also have very delicious lunches.
All the time. All the time. Fish are friends, not food. That kind of thing.
Okay, Chanel, for the last 60 seconds of our interview, we're going to play a little game called Word Association. The rules are super simple. I say a word and you say the first word that pops up into your head. I'm going to start a clock and then we're going to see how many you get, and we're going to then compare your score to your fellow castmates, and whoever scores the highest wins a prize. The only rule is you cannot repeat the same word twice. And if you do, I'll go back and we have to keep going. Okay?
Okay, got it.
I think at first place is 17, Kiki Snatch, last week. She annihilated the other girls. So let's see if you can beat Kiki. 3, 2, 1, go. Makeup.
Feet.
Designer.
Bag.
RuPaul.
Drag Race.
Busted.
And ketchup.
Appendix.
Broken.
Stimulation. Underwear.
Not on.
Theft.
Part-time job.
Surgery.
All the time.
Michelle.
Decrepit.
Delivery.
On its way.
Beard.
You.
Horror.
Nancy Sinatra.
Anachronism.
Dyslexia.
Bumfuzzle.
Lunch.
Whippersnapper.
Dog.
Construction.
Father.
That was the most random selection of words. Dog.
I don't know. See, I go on autopilot and I just say, I'm like,
You were frozen in time.
Because I was like, I want to win this.
Yeah. Okay, well, Chanel, this is crazy.
Crazy.
Chanel O'Connor, you scored a total of 17 points! Woo! It's your first place with Kiki. You two are going to have to battle it out once again.
Gorgeous. Well, we're not going to lip sync. Let's do something like a sewing battle. How's that?
Okay,
make an
cool.
outfit, Yeah, great.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Maybe one of the other girls will annihilate you guys both and come and score 20.
You know who I think will be good at this? Marmalade. Marmalade is so quick.
I'll hold you to that. I'll let you know how she gets on. Chanel, thank you so much for speaking with me. Please tell the world what you have coming up in your life and where they can find you.
Well, folks, I am very excited to say that I am working on YouTube content, continuing to give you videos every single week where I will be telling the behind the scenes drama, gossip, and little moments of my life, you know? I'm also going to be going on tour with Dracula's Child in March. We cannot wait. And we've just announced that we're going to be doing an additional date in Newcastle. So we are going to be running around this country. And listen, I may have stopped being on the show of RuPaul's Drag Race, but the show of Chanel O'Connor never ends. So if you want to follow me, like, comment, and subscribe, suck my big toe, do whatever you want. But I cannot wait to kind of meet and go and see people. So that's my vibes.
The train never stops training. The sharks never stop sharking. Chanel, thank
All
you
of
so much
that.
for speaking with me. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe for weekly pop-up episodes with the queens, and I shall see you next week. Bye.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Think. Love it. Is that a gin? Or is it an early diamond?
It's the lemon water, babes. My boyfriend is on like lemon water duty, almost like Ellie Diamond with her cocktails.
Very good. Very good.